What happened to your arm? Well, we're talking about today. I got into an accident. I am alive and arguably somewhat healthy. I guess not peak health. I was healthier yesterday technically, but pretty healthy ultimately. But I did get into an accident while driving my Vespa, a car, and anyway, here I am now. So I'll give you a quick little story time what happened, but I wore a helmet, which is a great life-saving tool. So I am totally fine. And yeah, I'm all right. I'm alive. I'm healthy. This is pre-recorded. This is not pre-recorded. This is not a pre-recorded message. This is not me uploading from the afterlife. I'm here. I'm here. What happened is I was driving my Vespa, and then I saw like this white truck coming, and in shotgun was this lady with like pinkish hair, and it turned out to be Michael Reed. Okay, focus. I did a stream with Cutie where we were making croissant, and then after the stream, I was going to go play basketball. And so I'm on my way, and just for some context, I've been driving a motorcycle for a while now. I actually made a video about when I initially got my motorcycle. I think it's over a year ago now, but I've recently switched. I've switched in the summertime from a motorcycle over to a Vespa. Reason being, it's very dangerous to ride a motorcycle without, well, it's just dangerous to ride a motorcycle, but you also need to gear up when you ride a motorcycle. They always say dress for the slide, not for the ride. In a Vespa, I don't go on the highway. I go at much slower speeds. It's just a much less powerful machine. So I was like, okay, I'll run that for the summer. It's quite hot. And I'm cruising. I'm doing my thing. I'm on my way. And I'm somewhat well-dressed. I had the helmet, which, again, is the most important thing. I had a very thick jacket, so I actually have relatively few cuts. The jacket slid up here, which is why there's some cuts on this arm, but this arm's pretty good. I really don't have too many bandages. But the bigger issue is I was wearing shorts for basketball, so I can't show you because it's on my cheek, but I have a little cut there, so I'm good now. I'm good here. I'm driving, right? I'm driving my Vespa, my cute little Vespa. And over here is a highway, right? And so to get onto this highway, this is the road. There is a left turn lane, right? Right here. This is the left turn lane where people would hypothetically go onto the highway, right? Again, and they'd have to wait for the oncoming traffic to go. That's the idea. I'm in this lane. This is me, all right? Cheery-eyed me, riding my little Vespa. I'm big on that thing. Yeah, I'm big. And then in front of me is a car. Now, this car, which is here, all right, is cruising, starts slowing down dramatically. And I see this happen, and I make a snap decision to, rather than halt on the brakes, to pass it, right? I'm like, I will pass this car. And rather than pass on the right, because I didn't want to like have a quick flashback check and then go right, I was like, I will go left. Because on the left, it had those yellow passing lanes. You know what I mean? You know the lane I'm talking about? It's like the lane that's like for turns and stuff. It looks like one of these ones. You feel what I'm talking about? So I go to one of those turn lanes or whatever. And then this car, which I thought was fully stopped, tries to make a last-second scourge maneuver. Yeah, I went into the lane they call the suicide lane. This guy goes for a last-second Tokyo Drift maneuver going from here and going around because he missed the left turn lane. He just missed it. And as he turns, my here goes sliding across the highway. Ding, 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 ding. And then after I was done sliding, the smile was gone, was replaced with a frown, but left the scene quite okay, ultimately. Did you black out? No, I instantly got up. I instantly stood up. I checked out my car, made sure, my Vespa, I should say, my vehicle, made sure it was good. It still ran. The guy stopped. He did not hit and run. We talked. It was this Mexican dad with his kid. His kid had on a Hello Kitty shirt, and I was like, that shirt's fire. And the kid was translating for us. I say kid, he was like probably in high school or some shit. But we were cool. We chopped it up, and then, no, he was not a Vespa hater. He did not say, oh, your Vespa's gay, and then crash into me. He was like, oh, I'm so sorry. But I got up from the accident and actually just drove away. I drove away because I had not gotten too far away from home. So I literally drove home, and then there's a clip because Cutie was live at the time, and I didn't want her because she was stressed out sometimes. I was like, hello, I am back. Did you cry? I did not cry, but maybe I will later. Who knows? But I get home. I was like, hello, I have gotten into small accident because I didn't want her to stress. And you know what? Cutie actually took it great. I've never seen her crack more jokes in a 2-hour time span. Because after I got home, I showered, I washed my body off. Now that you mention it, the guy who drove the car was named Nick. He might have been Nick the Vespa hater. Who knows? But anyway, I got home, I showered, watched the clip. Yeah, there's a clip. I saw it on live stream fail.
Yeah. What? In your car? On your bike? Are you okay? What? It's
okay.
Didn't it end stream?
No. See, I'm chill.
I'm slightly
chilling.
rattled.
Okay.
What happened?
I'm chilling. I'm chilling, vibing.
Just a guy who was late for a left turn, and then I went to pass him, and then he turned into me, and then I fell off my bike and it slid a bit.
So anyway, the big takeaway is that thank God I wore a helmet. The helmets are very good because that is really the main risk of a crash on any two-wheel vehicle, including a bicycle. So I wore the helmet. The helmet did its job. I also had a very thick jacket, which did its job. But anyway, I get home, I shower, I rinse off. I have a couple of gnarly cuts. I think I'll show you if you want to see. They're not so graphic. I guess they're a bit graphic. All right, this is graphic materials. It's just my hand. It is not for the faint. There's a little bit of blood. This is a warning. Close your eyes if you want to avert it, and then I will hide it again. Really, it's not too bad. I had a pretty good reaction in the slide where I kept my hands wrapped, so most of the wounds are on the back of the hand because I didn't use my hands to stop it. I go home, I shower, then I go to urgent care just to have a professional clean me off. They hit me with neurological tests because that's, again, the big thing. That's I think how Bob Saget died. I don't think he was on a bike, but, you get brain bleed or whatever they call it. That's the risk. And so they cleaned off my wounds. They gave me a tetanus shot because I didn't think I got that in a while. And then he teched the landing. What a smasher. This is like when Donald Trump got shot and I saw someone say, I guess ISO popped his ult on time. Lol W. Back to the story. I'm at the doctor. First thing they do, by the way, first thing that happens at the doctor, we're chatting. They're like, what happened? I slid. The lady across the counter one-ups me. I'm like, yeah, I got into a little accident. I slid. She's like, oh, I got into an accident. I was like, oh, damn. On my birthday. I was like, oh, shit. She's like, yeah, it was an 18-wheeler. I'm like, damn. Maybe I just go home. She's like, yeah, I woke up in the hospital. I'm like, shit. Ma, what I got is small beans. I drove away from the scene. I literally stood my ass up, drove home, and I'm complaining. And then nurse comes in, male nurse. Bless our male nurses. All right. Feel free to become a nurse if you're a man. Not many men are brave enough to do it. Male nurse. He was a godsend. This nurse is a legend. He was like, he works literally 2 jobs. Both his jobs are in healthcare. He works physical healthcare at Hopital, and then he works mental healthcare. He's doing a 24-hour shift. I don't even know you could do that. He's helped me. Takes my vitals and what have you. I don't know if you saw my Instagram story. Resting heart rate of an athlete. I'm like, hey, is that heart rate a bit low? He goes, well, you definitely work out, right? And I'm like, yeah, you could say that. He's like, yeah, okay, because he kind of looks like an athlete, athlete's heart rate. And I'm like, when is low? I asked him this. I said, what's the lowest you ever seen? He said 45. Bro, I'm at 50. I literally said something. I says, give me a week. I might get there. Anyway, apparently if it goes below 40, bradycardia can arrive. That's when we get nervous. But my blood pressure is A-okay. I got W blood pressure. So shout out my male nurse. My left cheek, when I was sliding, there was these bollards. You know those plastic white bollards? it because I'm sliding back first. I slid back first instead of front first because you slide more, and then I just my cheek goes boom right into the bollard, and so I'm just gonna get a big old bruise there, man. I'm gonna look like Emma Longovin's old haircut. You know what I mean?